Hello everyone and welcome to this short lesson on AWS's web services. I'm Matthew Eddy and today I'm going to be covering dynamic IAM policies. So what is a dynamic IAM policy? Well, a dynamic IAM policy is a policy that uses variables to customize permissions based on a set of attributes or conditions. So let's take a look at an example I have set up here. I'm over here on Amazon S3. I'm on buckets and I'm in the Enterprise SK bucket. Now within this Enterprise SK bucket, I have three different folders. I have one for Kirk, I have one for Scotty, and of course I have one for Spock. And what I want to do within this Enterprise SK bucket is I want to restrict access to these individual folders based on the user who was logged in. So what I mean is that if I'm logged in as Kirk, Kirk should only be able to access the Kirk folder. If I'm logged in as Scotty, or if Scotty is logged in, Scotty should be able to only access the Scotty folder, and so forth. As you can see here, I'm currently logged in as Kirk. So when I click on the Kirk folder, I'm able to access the content within the folder. Now when I click on the Scotty folder, you can see I do not have the sufficient permissions. This is due to what we call a dynamic IAM policy. So let's switch over to the admin account and take a look at the policy. Now I have attached the policy to a user group. As you can see here, IAM user groups, and it's attached to the enterprise group. Now this here is the policy, and the two I guess I should say most important pieces of this policy are the first rule here and this second rule right here. Now let's take a look at the first rule. Here we have a condition, or as you can see here, I'll start with the resource. We have the Enterprise SK bucket as our resource, and we have a condition. We're doing some S3 prefix, and then we're specifying the AWS username. And for this rule, we are allowing the S3 list bucket. So what this rule is stating is that when Kirk, Spock, or Scotty, or any other user that gets added to this group here, the enterprise group, when they click on the Enterprise SK bucket, they are able to list all the objects or all the folders at the root level. So this is how they're able to see, hey, this folder is here, this folder is available, and so forth. Then we have this second rule, and this rule is really what restricts the individual users of that particular bucket, the Enterprise SK bucket, to their particular or respective folder. So as you can see here, we have the resource, Enterprise SK, and then we have this /AWS username. This is what allows the respective users, Kirk, Spock, and Scotty, to access their buckets. They are able to use the put, get, and delete actions on those buckets to add different objects or delete objects. Now, one last thing is that at the root level, as you can see, there is only an S3 list bucket. So if I was to switch back over here and I was to go to the root level, I would try to do an upload, and I want to upload this file right here. It's right there, and I click upload. You can see that it fails. That is because there is an implicit deny rule at that or on the policy. Excuse me. However, since I'm logged in as Kirk and I do an upload and I want to try to upload that same file, the upload succeeds. And here's the file. Okay, so this is just one example of how you can use dynamic IAM policies. There's definitely many more ways. This was just one. And if you have any other questions, definitely look at the AWS documentation. They're very helpful. And as always, take care.